Bluesky.
Hi guys, welcome back to Pickled Geeks. Hope you're having a great May as we celebrate really probably the most formative movie series of our lives.
Yes.
Star Wars. We did a video earlier on Star Wars A New Hope. Today we're going to talk about The Empire Strikes Back. And you know what? Why don't we have a drink?
Well, let's do it.
Okay.
What's this called?
You're okay with it?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm pretty thirsty.
All right. So, this one is called the Dagobah Swamp Water.
Dagobah Swamp Water.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they go to Dagobah. And it's a tribute to Yoda, which Laura did the delicious looking festive
I know.
garnishes there. It is a play on Dave Leibowitz's swamp water recipe.
Okay.
And really, when it comes down to it, I just added vodka because we like a little pew pew.
Yeah, you do.
You know, may the force be with us. So it is chartreuse, which I know can be a little bit harder to find, but you can find it nowadays. Obviously, I found some. Vodka, lime juice, and pineapple juice, and that's it.
I think I'm gonna like it.
I think
here.
you are going to too. Here, I'll pour you first.
Okay, thanks. Oh, I love it.
Now, what is your experience with chartreuse?
Well, I don't know. It's a color.
It is a color. It's very pretty. Look at that. Isn't it a beautiful
It's so
color?
pretty.
I love the way it's foamy on top.
I know.
Well, what are your expectations? Are you expecting this to be sweet? Because you notice I didn't say any simple syrup. Boy, this makes a lot.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be sweet, just like you.
You're so sweet, but I think you're going to be surprised.
Oh. All right, no problem. But have you seen this? Take a picture, guys.
Beautiful, isn't it?
This is the Dagobah system. That's where our
Cheers.
friend Yoda lives.
I mean, Luke drank swamp water.
That's good.
It is good, but for me, chartreuse is, I think they call it herbal is the word they use. But
Yeah.
it's not sweet, but it does have like a feeling of being outside, and I love it.
Swampy.
But in a good way.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like a thing super sweet like that. You got enough with the pineapple juice, but
You
then
do.
whatever, that damps it down. So, speaking of damp, here's our snack today.
Woohoo!
Truffle by the Truffle Hunter. Black truffle crisp.
Yum!
We don't love truffles, but guess what? You get it in the swamp, you get it in the ground, it tastes like dirt.
Fungi.
Yeah, you're a
Yeah.
fun guy.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm afraid to open it because I don't know how it's going to go. We like crisp.
We do like crisp, but luckily the drink is fairly flavorful. So, oh, it's just like a potato chip. I like that better already. It kind of smells like dirt.
Just like we're at Dagobah.
Yeah, I mean, Yoda would probably really like them.
Okay, he did.
Ready? Cheers.
Yep. How big is that?
Perfect taste. Nope. Dirt is 100% accurate. Gross. I mean, wow.
I mean, how do you guys do it, guys? How do you guys do
And
it?
people pay real money for truffles. That is disgusting. Ugh.
This was a gift from a dear family member.
I didn't know they disliked you, so.
Well, I don't think they knew either way.
Whew.
We might.
On that note,
Oh,
let's go to the table. Cheers.
cheers. Let's go. Hi.
Hi, here we are, back at the table. And as we're wont to do, we got some stuff.
We do.
Ta-da. So let's talk about The Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
Released in 1980, and I do believe that has had effect on how I received the films also. We always had a 3-year break in between.
Yeah.
And that was nice before we didn't have social media and stuff. So it gave me time to really ingest that film. You couldn't see it over and over again because it had to be at the theater. So much of it came through these toys.
Absolutely. And hopefully you got that album that you saw in the last episode. because that really brought you back to it.
Yes, it allowed you to really get more into the story.
Yeah.
But for me, Empire was... Sequels can be problematic. And Empire was not. It was so great.
No, yes. People tend to say that Empire might be their number one.
I'm one of those people.
I think I am too.
We need to have an episode where we talk about all of them, but I will tell you Empire is my number one.
Yeah.
And for a lot of reasons. I mean, we got some great characters, which we'll talk about. The toys were great.
Earthy.
I mean, it is earthy.
It's earthy, and we had Earth over there. You know, it's in honor of Yoda.
Yes, and what I say about this drink is that I like it, but I could probably just drink one.
Yeah, I'm going to drink it real fast and have something else. Okay, so number one. I forgot.
So we're going to tell you the top 5 reasons why that we love about the Empire.
Number one.
Was that it took us to a lot of different planets.
Loved it.
The first one we really just saw Tatooine in the Death Star. Death Star was all machines. Tatooine, all desert. It does make me wonder that, do any of these planets have different habitats on them, or are they just like one shot?
What do you mean?
Tatooine, a desert. Hoth, all ice. Dagobah, all swamp. You know, like the planet we live on has a little bit of everything.
It does.
Or it makes me wonder, but we did get to see them all. Bespin, Cloud City.
Yeah.
We really got to meet some new characters. We had Lando and Lobot. You remember the little guy?
You were telling me earlier. I'm like, who's that little guy? And you're like, he messed with...
He's an Uggernaut, and he worked in the...
for the Empire on the little tinkering of the carbonite.
Yes, he
chamber.
worked in the carbonite chamber. Very good. You really pick up a thing or two.
Well, okay, so what was number one? Number one.
Number one, it took us to a lot of different planets.
Oh, yes, the Hoth planet when, and Han Solo and his thing. Truth be told, today I was going to put on goggles and one of those, winter coats.
We called it a parka, maybe?
Yeah, wouldn't that have been funny? But I would have been real toasty.
Oh, toasty.
And not just toasty.
And this drink's not that cold.
No.
No ice for you today.
No, but I loved it, and you just kind of knew that somebody wasn't going to live, and I think it was this fella.
Oh,
okay.
But he really served a purpose, the Tauntaun.
He did.
He's a lifesaver, really. And that little figure's adorable, but that's not exactly a Funko. What are they called?
Well, these are called Dorbs, and
they're adorable.
They're Dorbs. They're made by Funko, or they were, yeah.
Okay.
This I got real cheap somewhere. But poor little Tauntaun. I mean, back in the day, I don't know if you remember, but there was a sleeping bag where you slept inside of the Tauntaun, just like the movie. There's no spoilers.
No.
But, when he took Luke's lightsaber and cut that bee open to drag this fella in, I was like, huh.
Yeah, well, very resourceful. Han must have been a Boy Scout, wherever he came from.
It was pretty smart.
But the whole part where Luke got hurt by the snow monster, I think that had to be added, right? Because Mark Hamill had an accident between Star Wars and Empire and had some scarring on his face.
Yes.
And so they added that to account for that, and I love that they added that in.
True that.
Absolutely. And then, of course, we went to Dagobah. And that's where we met our mentor, which we're going to talk about in a second. But my playset barely survives, but it's still...
That's so cool.
It's still kicking. And then we also went to Bespin, which was the Cloud City and a mining community, but in the clouds. How interesting.
Yes.
Lobot and Lando. So that was my favorite thing about it. It really expanded the universe.
It did.
That Star Wars was in.
Loved it. So that's number one. That's the obvious. That's the lowest denominator. And then 2
is our mentor, our fan favorite Jedi, non-traditional warrior, little green guy. I am missing his staff, but otherwise he's a complete figure. He was so wise, so green, So ornery. I mean, he was really kind of ornery.
Well, if 500 years old you get to be, you know, no bullshit.
Yeah.
No, what do you say? I used to go, when 500 years old you are, look as good you would not. How about that?
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
I don't think you said that, but pretty good.
Put it down below.
All right, I will.
Because he's 500 years old. When you get to be 500 years old, look as good you will not. Something like that.
All right, paraphrased.
Paraphrase
per Laura.
But yeah, Yoda was the first little creature Frank Oz, Muppet, loved. And I was like, what is this? This is his mentor? This is a Jedi? This is what? This is who? But yeah, he got up on Luke's back and rode him all the way to that money pile in the sky.
Right. And I mean, it is impressive because we don't really see Yoda fight in this episode.
We don't.
But later on, we certainly do in some movies we'll talk about later.
I know.
But so we're thankful for Yoda.
We are thankful for Yoda, and this is what the drinks
Exactly. Good job, Yoda.
akin to. You see that?
Yeah.
You see the thing? Okay, number 3.
Leia demonstrates that she may have some connection to the Force. And this was pure Laura. I'd kind of forgotten this.
Listen.
You want to paraphrase this for him?
Listen, I think Leia is a Jedi. I think she was. I think she was in training. I think she has the Force. 1,000%. So we see it first when in Cloud City, when they're leaving or whatever. F Luke, we got to get out of here. And so Luke's like, when he's hanging from that, what seems like an antenna from 1980s.
Exactly.
80, right?
Absolutely.
So he's like, Leia, hear me. And she's like, what the fuck is that? So, hello, I don't think it's just Luke. I mean, you can't just talk to...
You can't talk one way on a two-way radio.
Thank you. Got a Force radio. So,
exactly. And then Lando turned that big Yui and picked him up.
yeah, so there was drops of this and drops of that, and I think you see it also in the Return of the Jedi, too, where she's like, I sense he's all right, or I sense this, or whatever. You sense it because you have the Force.
Absolutely.
And your dad's a Jedi, your brother's a Jedi, so you're a Jedi. Well, I don't know the word so, pronouns and everything. It's quite the controversy in the old Laura
It really
Pickle
is.
Geeks
Community, yes.
Yeah, but we kind of think it's true. I mean...
We do. Feel free to comment, and I'll talk you to death about it, because words matter. Was Leia a Jedi? Yes. And we can talk about the rest of that later.
Yes, and I'm sure we will.
Absolutely. Number 4.
Number 4
is where, for me, we start to realize that maybe there's more to Darth Vader than just being a bad guy. He's trying to convert Luke to the dark side, and he just really becomes a more rounded out character than this heavy breathing, stalky, creepy guy in a bad helmet and a hood.
He does.
Yeah.
He does, and you slowly, Luke kind of gets a little pissed at who told him that, his father was killed, and then
lies.
And then
Lies.
What's his foot says, in a sense he was. No.
Right.
No.
Which leads us to number 5.
And then George is like, this movie's made so much money, I've got to rewrite.
Right. And he said, our big number 5 is that, Luke, I am your father.
Luke, I am your father.
No! He's so ugly when he says that. Still love you, Mark Hamill.
I know. I wish we could get a hold of him.
I mean, he was bleeding out. He'd lost his hand. He had some things going on.
Well, in the Star Wars universe, you just put them in a tub of water, and then they're fine the next
The
day.
bubbles seem to really help.
I
they
know.
They really do.
Remember Finn? That's later. But anyway.
Anywho.
Yes, well-rounded. What was number 5?
Luke, I am your father.
Luke, I am your father. And so that creates all kinds of stuff. That creates, I'm your sister. I'm your father. I'm your... who else is related? No, I think that was it.
I think that's it. Yeah. I
But
mean,
it's a complicated web weave because
it really is, and I think that, you know, in this one, we're still trying to figure out, are Luke and Leia going to be a thing? And then we obviously she has feelings for Han when he gets captured and dipped like a dipped ice cream cone.
Well, we quickly realized it was unspoken that when, you know, Luke said he's going to go to the Dagobah, he's got to go here, he's got to go there. I mean, Leia and the scoundrel were already...
Well, they were certainly pretty cozy in that Hoth fortress.
Yeah.
Oh, so is that like a book on tape too?
It is, but it's on CDs.
And
to
it's a
read along.
Well, technology had increased in those 3 years.
Yes, and apparently I love it. I wish I had a whatever. But yeah, so smaller version, still a CD, and great graphics of the movie, even though by this time we had the all VHS and all kinds of stuff. But love it.
Absolutely. So, if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, share. In the comments, we would love if you would duke it out with us on, is Leia a Jedi? I mean, I'm going to be honest, I will have little patience for anybody who disagrees with me, but I'm certainly willing to hear your side of the story.
And we forgot Lando. I mean, we mentioned him earlier, but he bears repeating because he's so cool.
So cool. And I love the series that they did of just Lando. I thought that was great.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So, until next time, stay pickled.
Stay geeky.
May the Force be with you.
And also with you. Oh, that's something else.
Right you are.
Oh, there's you when you're 105.